Live from Wisconsin, it's Cardinal Pens TV.
Welcome to Cardinal Pens TV, episode number 22 for Friday, January 9th, 2026. Are you done?
I'm swiveling.
You're swiveling?
I'm swiveling.
You're doing the twist?
Yeah. Today we talk a brand new color in the Edison Collier lineup, which I am excited about. LAMY broad nibs on pens, cool leather pen cases, including red, which is gorgeous. LAMY 2000 non-fountain pen pens, say that 5 times fast, all in the news. And then we show off a few more new consignment pens to focus on, as always. Not much from the bench. Brian's been a little busy. And we're going to have a little chat about asking and advising pen repair and pen maintenance online. No antiquing adventures to speak of, but we did get our car back, which was an ordeal. But we have been discussing some antiquing trips in the spring once the weather is a little more consistent, and I'm just going to go with a whole lot less scary.
So, the longest intro ever.
I can do it longer next week.
I bet you can.
No? You know what? I quit. The heck with the two of you.
I'll take your salary then. I don't know if you remember this, but earlier this week I went shopping.
It took 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
You shop like a man.
Well, I did. So I went shopping.
Okay.
I don't know where you were. I don't know why you weren't with me.
I was
But
probably working.
I went shopping. I went shopping for cherries and microphone stands.
You don't eat cherries.
No, I went shopping for cherries and microphone stands.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, bada bing, bada boom.
You see what I have to live with. Oh my God. So we
That's
got
good,
our car
right?
back.
We did get a
We
car back
did.
yesterday.
Yes.
Almost getting into an accident yesterday morning with the rental car.
Oh my God.
It was seriously. Yes,
Seriously.
Yes.
On Thursdays, I have to be at work very early, and the roads were slick. There was some black ice, and there was the cab of a semi-truck turned around. It had clearly gotten into, it had skidded off the road.
It missed the corner, just like
Yeah.
we did.
Before we pulled up to the intersection, we saw the car in front of us slow down, because as we're driving up, Brian's like, that doesn't look right.
I was tired, and I looked at something is not
That's
right.
not right. And then the car in front of us, which was a distance, suddenly slammed on its brakes. I didn't see that skid, but Brian tapped, and suddenly the anti-locks are kicking in, and we are sliding into that semi-cab.
Missed the car, and we were maybe 2 feet.
Yeah, maybe not even.
Not even.
And Brian's like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. And then we stopped, and then my first question was, what about the guy behind us? Like, please, God, do not let us get hit in the rental from when we got in an accident in bad weather at a roundabout.
I'm not driving through anywhere
No,
roundabouts.
no. So we
we're
were
not-
fine, but I'll tell you what, we
doing
were
that.
pretty shaken. And then I get to work, and one of my coworkers also drives part of that same route, and she said she had the same experience. The cab was still there. And then later, somebody actually got into a worse accident and knocked over a power line, a power light.
Why do we live in Wisconsin again?
Because there's no
Florida's-
hurricanes, there's no
Yeah.
earthquakes,
There's no
tornadoes
fire
are
ants.
minimal, there's no
Yeah.
fire ants.
Yeah, several reasons, but yeah. So,
All right then.
But
Wisconsin, it is.
black ice was scary.
Yeah, it was.
And then we picked up.
Well,
our-
it was supposed to be 42 degrees yesterday,
Yeah.
so that was not expecting
Right.
that at all.
And then
But it was
rained all
still.
day.
yeah. But then we picked up our car last night and discovered that our headlights are not as bright as we'd like them to be.
No,
And
they're-
so it was a scary drive for both of us to return the rental car in the dark. It was raining. Like, I'm just getting old and cranky about driving at night. It's just a little dangerous out there. So anyway, but we have the car back.
Yes, yeah, finally. Perhaps Cardinal Pens needs to move to a warmer climate. Yeah, well, I always said I always thought 4 or 5 hours south of Chicago would be like perfect.
Uh-huh.
You're like not in Illinois, but maybe 4 or 5 hours south would be just enough where it wouldn't be too cold.
Isn't that where the tornadoes happen?
Wisconsin's the greatest state in the nation.
So
We get tornadoes here.
They're very small.
They are,
and
yeah.
infrequent.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk
Anyway.
about exciting things.
Yeah.
So I am excited that Edison has launched a new color in the production line
Yes.
in the Collier. So the Collier, you may or may not know, is the you turn the
I'm gonna turn the thing
camera
on here.
on there because you can't see it here. The Collier is the biggest of the pens in the production lineup, and this is a new color. It actually was ready before Christmas, but the retailers, I think, had requested more than they'd made, so they put it off for a little bit. This is pretty. I
And
love.
we're gonna say what color it is.
It's a dark fuchsia. They call it Antique Orchid, which I keep screwing up and calling Orchard.
It's Ancient Orchid.
Ancient?
Yeah,
Ancient.
Ancient.
All right,
not
I'm
ancient.
I'm totally screwed with the name. Ancient Orchid.
You can call it whatever you want. I don't really care. It's the
Alright.
purple collier.
It's really pretty.
Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
This on this marbling.
It's really got some depth to the material.
It's well. So where you got the antique was this is basically the antique marble, but in purple.
Well, no, I just keep screwing up the name because I also want to call the orchid Orchard.
Yes. Yeah.
So
So it's
It's the
antique. It's the
purple one.
antique orchard.
yeah,
Is what it
If they
is.
release one called Antique Orchard, we're screwed.
I'm screwed.
Yeah.
So-
So it does not post. It's not designed to post. Okay. So it doesn't do that. But it is nice in the hand. And it comes with silver trim
Silver colored nib.
and steel nib. It's got the nice engraving.
Usual Edison nib options:
Yeah.
extra fine, medium, broad.
Well, let me see if I can do this here.
Okay.
Extra fine, medium, broad. 1.1 stub, 1.5 stub.
Yep.
Double broad,
Ooh.
fine flex, extra fine flex.
Is that it? I
Maybe.
think so. Okay.
I think that's it.
If there's more than that, you don't need it.
No, yeah, there's
Yeah.
one. And I do have in stock only one. This is the last one we will ever have. 18 karat rhodium plated Edison nib.
Ooh. So if you want an 18 karat rhodium plated nib,
You'd have to buy it separately.
in what? Fine.
I don't remember what it is. Hang on.
That's helpful.
I have it right here.
All right.
Medium.
Okay. Awesome.
There's one left.
Send an email to hello@Cardinal.
It's on the website.
Oh,
It's on the website.
just buy it.
Yeah, you can just buy it. It's not available on the product page for the Collier. You would have
Okay.
to go find it
Buy it
separately.
separately.
But Edison is not going to be offering 18 karat nibs on production line pens going forward. So we've had them in the past. We've always had them as an option, and we've done quite well with them actually. But the price of gold since it has gone up has really made them cost prohibitive. We actually make almost nothing
Yeah.
on the nib. I think we used to make like $25
Yeah.
on a $200 nib. I mean, it's ridiculous. It was really not worth stocking. So Edison has cut those off from the production line. That's the last one we will ever have. So just so you know.
Do you need one?
I do, but I need one in golden. I was supposed to take
Okay.
that. I was going to take that nib to the Ohio show and swap it with Brian so I could put it in my Edison Herald.
Okay.
And I forgot to bring the stinking thing.
Okay.
I do have another Herald that is in silver trim, so I
Okay.
could put it in that. But that pen I think has I was gonna say
Anyway.
that, and it doesn't matter. That's got a
Okay.
different nib in it.
In good news, we have more TWSBI Kai, TWSBI Obsidian, and more TWSBI Serpentine Bronze Ecos coming in next week. So if you have been waiting for that, do the back in stock notice on the website.
Yeah, so we got the Kai in last week, and then the mailer went out on Tuesday, and within like 20 minutes, all the Kais were gone.
Great.
And the
It's a pretty
Obsidians,
pen.
I've got one Obsidian left in stock right now in a broad, and TWSBI was getting a very small restock of just a few nibs, and those were coming in. So I threw in my order right away, and they said, well, we'll ship them as soon as we get them. And they must have gotten them in today because they gave me tracking. I'll have them on Thursday. I think we're getting, I didn't actually look. I think we're getting extra fine, and maybe medium.
Okay.
And then we've got one broad in stock, and that's it. There will be no more obsidian. So if you wanted the obsidian, now's the time to do it. And serpentine bronze, which has been out for
A while.
several months, is finally back in stock.
That's a pretty one.
And it looks really great. We've got one here, but we can show it to you. This one is
Was that Christmas lens?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that was.
you got the, did you take it apart? You got the piston all loose here.
I think it was birthday. I don't remember.
It was a gift.
No.
This was launch day.
He did
Oh,
bought
that
it
was a
one
gift
day.
from
Bought it on the-
from the fiance.
But look at this. It's really
Pretty,
with the
pretty
bronze
marbling.
trim.
Yeah, it's really great.
What nib? Fine.
Probably fine is usually what I go with on Twisby Ecos.
So
Pretty.
So these are finally back in stock. I know we've got a couple of, thank you. We've got a couple of back in stock notifications from already. But
That's it.
that's it.
They're
Yeah.
great.
They're nice.
All right. What else?
So we got some LAMY news. I'm going to start with, I'm going to mix this up because these are not in the right order.
So I'm going to jump in and say Brian was really mean to me when I first got here, and he had all the stuff laid out, and he's like, no matter whatever you do, like, don't touch anything and put it back. Like,
So, you know how they say, like, there's like an introvert and an extrovert, and then like they both marry each other.
guess what?
Guess what? Yeah. So, but or there's two different kinds of people, and they end up marrying each other. Well, I guess that's us. So, LAMY, now that LAMY is owned by Uniball,
Which is kind of weird.
they've started to label their packages with the most, I hate to say this, the most ridiculous label possible.
Thank you for nothing.
I mean, the font size is like -5. You can't read it. It's hard to read. And so
I know a guy who can help you with that.
if he can
Break out your loop.
if he can give me 25 vision, it'd be great.
Yes. he
But I
can.
can't read the writing. And
And they're not even like names. They're like, they
Yeah.
don't.
no
you-
names, no product
Yeah.
SKUs. Sometimes they have product SKUs, sometimes they don't. So what I did is I put all the product out, and then I put the product on top of the box. So when we're done, I can put it back in. And I just know that you're going to pick something up, and you're going to go, okay, and then you're going to set it down, and I'm not going to know where it goes.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Normally, I am the overly organized.
Normally.
Normally.
But you're going to get excited about this. I know.
am.
I know you're going to get
I
excited about
know.
it. But we're not going to do that. This
All
part first.
Okay.
So
Go ahead.
I'm going to do the easy part first.
I'm just gonna.
The news. You're good. You're good.
I'm not gonna touch it.
You're
Just go.
good.
News.
LAMY, Safari, Vista, All-Star, Studio, and 2000. Now we have all in stock with broad nibs. So if it comes with the broad nib, we now have it.
You want a big ass nib? We've got it.
So that we didn't have them to begin with. We brought in the extra fine, and mediums. And broad's not as popular of an option, but we brought it in. And so we have all those pens are now in stock with broad nibs.
Okay.
So we got that.
Great.
What do you want to do next?
Do the pens.
Right, the pens.
Just not touching.
All right.
nothing.
Okay. So
We
next
are
up,
going to talk non-fountain pens.
we're not going to talk about fountain pens at all. So here we go.
Ha.
We have.
You know, I was surprised how well the non-fountain pen LAMY 2000s sold in our previous life. Like, truly shocked at how many of the multi-pens we sold and the pencils. Like, never in a million years would I have imagined how well they sold.
Well, I think part of it is the fact that they are significantly less than the fountain pen. So in most cases where you have
Money-wise.
yeah, so when you have a fountain pen, a rollerball, ballpoint, mechanical pencil, typically what you'll see the price will be like $10 less for the roller, $10 less for the ballpoint, and $10 less for the pencil or whatever. You'll have that kind of range, and so they're all priced a really tight grouping. On the LAMY 2000, it's not the case. I mean, these are very affordable, very nice. So we've got the rollerball, And what's really cool is that this end comes out, and that's how you fill the refill. You don't fill it from the front, you fill it from the back,
I like that a lot.
which is pretty cool.
Oh my God. The first time I tried to do that, I thought I was just,
Gonna break it.
Yeah.
Y Studio was the same way. It
Oh,
was
okay.
reverse threaded, and I thought
Well,
I was just going to kill myself.
This is not
trying.
reverse threaded. But
No, but
yeah.
But yeah, so certain things out there are not.
They're not as
As
they
you
seem.
think,
They're
yeah.
not like everything else. So, and it's got that nice clutch, that same nice snap action with the same spring clip that you see on your fountain pen. So I love this. This is nice. This ballpoint actually is really super nice. Same clip. This one comes apart right there. In fact, I mean, and it's just fun trying to find where the break point is.
They do such a good job with the manufacturing that sometimes you're like, I don't know where to try and hold it and twist it.
Well, they make these from one piece, and then that's,
Yes.
they don't. So like when you can't just buy, like if you're going to get a part from LAMY and you go to LAMY Repair, you can't just get a blind cap, or you have to get, they make it as one piece so it's seamless like this. So the ballpoint, and then also here I have, this is the 0.5 mechanical pencil, and you can, what's nice about this is you can see it's got the big 5 on the end.
So if you've got two, or you don't remember which lead it takes,
Yeah.
I love that actually tells you.
So they also make this in a 0.7, which LAMY was out of stock on. So they do make a 0.7, and it will say 7 on the top. And as soon as that's back in stock, we'll be getting that. And then the last one that I don't have here, because it's sold literally within 30 minutes of me actually putting it on the website the other day, is we have the LAMY multi pen, which is 4 color. It
Can you name 'em?
uses the mini D1 or D132 refill. It's black, blue, red, and green, and it is gravity activated so that whatever color you have pointing toward the top is the color that comes out.
It's cool.
But it's nice because it takes those mini refills, which you can get. Actually, you can get them in other colors if you go with, say, the Monteverde. You can get them in brown, and they have, I don't know, I think they've got 12 colors or 16 colors or something like that. But again, very reasonably priced.
Lindsay's shopping over there.
I'm looking at the little pencil.
Lindsay's shopping the secret consignment.
We're not there yet.
All right.
Yeah. So anyway, so LAMY 3000 rollerball ballpoint pencil, and we'll have that multi pen back in stock pretty soon too. So.
All right. What else?
We got some leather products from LAMY. You can, oh my
Not
God,
touching.
just because you're going overboard. Well, I'm not going to touch them either.
Okay. So first I'm the introvert.
Yeah.
Why don't you start on that side?
All right,
I'll
so-
find the matching ones on my side.
All right. So these two are different. So I have two that don't match anything else. So we have. Should I put them on here?
should.
What should I do
Put 'em
over
over
here?
Yeah.
Well, let me get these LAMYs out of the way here. Stuff out of the way. All right. So the first one is a LAMY zip case. Nice leather. I still have the stuff in it, but it's a 2-pen case. And it's got a little strap here, so you can, I guess you could put a slip of paper or receipt or something, and then you've got 2 slots here for pens. Nice kind of vinyl interior, although this is leather here.
They really have done a nice job with the leather. The first time in our previous life when we got these, we were not quite sure what to expect. You know, sometimes you've got thick, chunky leather. Sometimes some brands have really thin, kind of cheap feeling leather. These are really nice.
Yeah, this is nice soft leather. I like this ribbing on the end, is a little bit more durable. Even the zipper pull is it's got a little curve to it. This has got the plastic on it yet, but it's a nice sturdy zipper. It's really quite nice. Next one up, I like this one a lot. The only reason I didn't get this one is because of a pen case you will see coming later. This is magnetic. I love that.
That's cool.
And this is also a 2-pen, but this one has a set of loops. It has 2 sleeves, I guess you might want to call it. And then it's got the ribbing, and it's just really nice. Nice subtle logo. Very smooth. It's just it's very Very satisfying.
All right, let me put that piece of paper back
All
in there since you didn't.
Well,
Okay.
you were holding your hand out like you wanted to see it.
Nope, I'm good. Does it go there?
Yes,
there.
it goes.
All right.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
All right. Next up, we have the Napa leather collection, and now LAMY has two different types of leather collections. They have Napa leather, and then they have, I guess you might call it the regular leather collection. The Napa leather is easily identified by the ribbing on the top half of the case, so it goes all the way around to the back. Magnetic closure.
Here. I know.
And actually, we have. I do
Oh,
both
this
of them.
is yeah.
So they make them in two colors. They make them in black,
Hello.
and they make them in hello red, I guess we'll call it.
Yes.
The red is beautiful. It's really a cardinal red, we can call it.
It's a nice deeper red. It's not obnoxious and like bright.
Fire truck red.
Yeah.
No, it's a dark red. Yeah, it's.
But it's not brick red or burgundy. I mean, it's definitely red,
red.
but it's not like bright red.
I mean, you can compare it to this bright red.
well,
yeah.
You,
But
you can't lose this. You can't lose
No.
this. In,
Which
in,
is
in your
why
bag.
I love the red. All right,
So
what do you
and
got?
then they come in two. So you got this one's got a little piece of styrofoam in there, but there are individual. I don't know if you can see it, and there's an individual.
A little tough to see,
How
probably.
far
not.
does that go
How
down?
far does that go down? That goes all the way, I think. Yeah, that goes all the way. There's a divider in there. I think it goes all. I mean, I got my finger.
Either all the way or
Yeah.
at least 2/3 to 3/4 of
enough
the way
to-
down.
It's enough. Well, I mean, this little plastic piece here
Right.
divider goes all the way down. So yeah.
So
that's
that
kinda
your
nice.
barrels of your pens are not going to be knocking together.
Yeah, I love that bag. It's
I know you
awesome.
do. Let me have that one. Thank you.
It's that. All right, and last but not least,
Woo!
um,
We each have one of
we
these.
each have one of these in red. So which is kind of funny. But anyway, they make them in a 3-pen. And again, so here's mine. I got a couple pens in there, just a spot for a third. But just
Your
really
birthday's
nice.
coming up.
My birthday's coming up. Oh, my birthday's
Well, Valentine's
Valentine's
is coming
Day.
first,
Oh,
yeah.
hey, now
There
we're
you go.
talking. Now we're talking.
No, these are just really nice. We each, first time around, we each took one of the red leather cases because they're just different.
I mean, everybody else is like black and brown.
Black
I
and
mean,
brown,
that's fine.
which is great. It's
But
discreet and it's professional, but red is just
and the
gorgeous.
red one would look, Russell. It would look very nice in the front jacket of front pocket of a green smoking jacket. So
Stand
You
out
want to just
really
go
nice.
this weekend?
I don't know.
We can go.
Maybe.
I just got paid. We can go this weekend.
Go get that green smoking jacket. Do
Yeah.
you remember where it was at?
Yes.
It was at one of two.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be something? We'll do the podcast next week with a green smoking jacket.
There you go.
Do I need like a monocle or something? Can we do it with a monocle?
There are a few
Top
things
hat?
you need, but I can't discuss those.
Does
so
Doc sell monocles? If I want a monocle, can he get me a prescription monocle?
I'm sure he can. I'll ask him.
I think you should have 2 individual prescription monocles, so they're not connected, but you could just wear them
So
both.
they're different. One's like for distance and one's for computer.
Oh, just one for each eye.
Oh, okay.
People do that. I don't know how they do that.
That'd
but
be
just-
great. Anyway, enough of that nonsense.
Gorgeous LAMY leather
Yeah,
cases.
they're nice.
And while the red is drop dead gorgeous and different, the black is
This
rich and really, like I said, we were really impressed with the
I
quality.
like this one. I mean, it's open at the top, but these sleeves are long, and so they're really going to fit your pen nice and snug. And just I love playing with that.
The magnets are cool.
And it's
yeah.
so smooth.
It is.
Anyway,
And how long have you had yours? Pen case.
over a year now.
Okay.
Over a year. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's like leather.
But
Any
it
leather.
looks
It
in
looks
great
great.
shape.
It looks perfect.
yeah, I keep mine in my laptop bag, and I'm not careful with it, and it still looks in really great shape. I'd be the first one to say, live with some patina and some scuffs. No, it looks great. So, all right.
All right.
What else?
We got.
Oh,
I have a couple things. I have some vintage pens actually that just went up on the website today, and then I do have some consignment pens, including a couple that are not on the website. Some are, some aren't. So let's
some
take a
people
look.
really like that. It's kind of fun to see who emails and says, "Hey, I am interested in X." But it's
Yeah,
not
so
on the website yet.
it's hard to say. I would say you really got to email right away, but you never know what people are going to like.
Right.
So sometimes I mean, if you see something from a couple of weeks ago, I haven't sold everything. We've sold a lot of the stuff that we've put out that we didn't have on the website, but some of it we haven't. So it just depends. The Waterman Edson is gone, by the way. So
Yeah.
and the Pelican M320 is gone too.
Yes.
So anyway, let me show you what we got. This is brand new. This is not on the website yet. I don't even know if did we photograph this week, Linz?
No, I don't think we did
Okay,
yet.
so this is going to get photographed next week if someone isn't interested. This is a very cool pen. This is a Leonardo Momento Magico in this red celluloid.
Oh, come on now. Focus. There we go.
There we go. And what's cool about this, other than the fact that it's really a lovely and red celluloid is really not. It's more of a.
It's like a burgundy or a maroon.
Yeah, it's not red.
It's like a wine red.
Yeah, it's like a wine red. It's really lovely. Look at this. This is just stunning. It's got this nice large ink window.
It's not really sparkly. It's sort of
No.
like a pearly.
Yeah.
You can see your ink level with the cap all the way screwed down.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's a cool feature.
I hate not knowing how
Um,
much ink I have, and then you have to take the cap off and kind of play with it.
We got
I'm
a
just lazy when it comes like that.
14 karat gold nib. Nice ebonite feed. And you know, you get the roller clip on here. We got this cool cap band. Really nice. Little step down here. That's really nice. It's a really gorgeous pen. So what makes this extra special, and other than it being, it's a piston filler, of course. Other than just being a gorgeous pen, is this was a very limited edition. So there were only 10 of these pens made.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Well, actually, that's not true. There were 11 made, because this is serial 00. So this is would be the prototype or the artist proof. This is the first one. This is 00 out of 10. It is lovely. No box. It has been inked, but it is really pretty clean.
Do you know what you're going to sell it for?
I
Or
do.
a
Yep.
range? Or
Yep.
Okay.
I do know. I do have. We've got a price.
Okay.
It's not inexpensive.
Okay. Is it over a
Yes,
certain amount?
it
or-
is over a certain amount.
Okay.
It is also under a certain
Okay.
amount.
So you're not going to say it out loud.
I'm not going to say it out loud.
Okay.
If you are interested in this pen, you probably have an idea what it costs. And you can email me at hello@cardinalpens.com and we can talk about it. I do have some other pictures of it too. So it's really beautiful. It is very nice. I'm going to change things up, mix
Okay.
things up completely.
Lindsay was playing with these.
Yes, she will. And let me put the LAMY 2000 here for reference. All right. So next up,
Wow.
yeah.
It's
So
so
this
cute.
it is, isn't it? And this was a late addition to the podcast today, because I thought, you know what? I know there's a lot of people out there who like really small pieces. This here is a Wall Eversharp Bantam mechanical pencil. And this one was made in 1933. And how do I know that? Because the cap band actually has A Century of Progress, which was the theme for the 1933 World's Fair that Wall Eversharp is famous for having made pens for. So it's got that around the cap band. It's got this cute little gold-plated clip. It's great celluloid.
It's teeny.
It is teeny, tiny. It is an adorable little pencil. It could be yours. It is not expensive.
I was playing with it because I don't have anything that's quite that small. I think a Kaweco is the closest I got. So I was trying to see. I've got pretty typical hands for a woman. Like, where does it actually sit on your hand when you're using it?
It's pretty
not
small.
bad.
It's not bad.
It's just about that perfect
Grab
fit.
one of
To,
those Kawecos over there.
yeah, because I want to see how they
That white
compare.
one.
But it's just about the right spot to hit on that top part of your hand where it'll actually rest.
Yeah, so there's a Kaweco
Oh, yeah.
Sport
Yeah.
to give you an idea.
Just slightly smaller, but I like it. So it's probably
It's
similar if it's uncapped.
You know, so it's 90 some years old.
It's cute.
All right.
Cool.
Next up, for something completely different.
Regular size pencil.
I bet most of you have never seen this at all. DRZ, I know you've seen this because I've showed it to you. But it has this cool little mechanism on the side. Look at this beautiful kind of olive green striped celluloid. Mechanical pencil. This is a Durolite, made in Chicago. And it's got this little button here on the side.
What's that for?
This button
A pencil? With
This
a
is the
button?
pencil, yeah. So the
Okay.
pencil mechanism is
Yep.
here, and then you push that in.
Is that for the eraser?
There is no eraser on this.
What?
There is no eraser
All
on
right,
this
so
pencil.
you're not allowed to make mistakes.
You're not allowed to make mistakes. But you push this, and this has, I believe, two.
Oh,
Oh,
ooh, it's a weapon.
It is. They definitely do not take this on a plane. It has two notches here, three notches here, and there's a knife that comes out of the top of your mechanical pencil.
that's kind of cool.
Who doesn't need this? We used to have.
Lindsay, we're not taking that to Denmark.
No.
I don't think we still have it, but we used to have a couple of mechanical pencils that had lighters in the top. So you could have one with, and this is just gorgeous. This material is awesome. You can have one with the with a knife in it. All right, last but not least, since we're doing small.
Now, why is there a knife? Is that to scratch out errors or
No,
like?
it's
No,
because
but that would have been with ink.
you need a knife sometimes.
Okay. When you're writing.
Well, you never know.
Okay.
I mean,
Good
it's
to know.
it's a multiple use kind of thing. I mean,
Okay.
why do pocket knives have tweezers on them?
Well, because you need to tweeze things.
I know, right?
You need to cut things.
You need to cut them.
Okay.
Next up, this is something really super cool. We have the original box here. Look at this box. Is this not the best box ever? Maybe Todd and Company Signet number 20 Stylo is really awesome. Maybe Todd and Company New York and London. And then we open it up. Let's take this out of there.
Oh, it's crispy.
This is crispy. This is not only crispy. This is new old stock. This is probably, I mean, this is 100 years old if it's a day.
Crispy meaning that the engraving is still crisp and not worn.
Yeah, the chasing
if you're
is
not
perfect.
sure what that means.
We've got the original instructions here. I mean, look at this. This is great. Directions for use of the stylograph. The important direction is keep the pen clean. And then it's in French. I don't know how many other languages it's in. It's in German. Probably something on the back. Nothing on the back. So we got the instructions for it. We've got instructions in the top of the box. That's pretty cool to have those instructions. But here it is. Look at this. Maybe Todd. It is a stylograph. And
Which is what?
It's an eyedropper. So a stylograph was an early pen that uses a needle instead of a nib to distribute the ink. And so this is held in place. There's a spring in here so that when this needle gets pushed down, it allows the flow of ink from the barrel down through the tip to write. You typically have to write with them fairly straight up for them to work because you have to push down on the needle. But this is... There's the needle right there, and there's the spring. Never been inked. Get that back in. You just don't see them like this hardly ever. It's just gorgeous. And then you could post it if you wanted, but this is hard rubber. Yeah, you can post it. Hard rubber, beautiful chasing, crisp imprints. I mean, it's new old stock. So that is available on the website. All three of those vintage pens are available. Just put them up this morning, so we got that.
Okay.
All right. Next up, we've got the following pens. Let's see. I'm going to do the next. So we've got some peniters to talk about. These are all on the website. So I'm going to do this. Put these two up first. We've got some peniter. These are avatars. UR, so ultra resin. These are, we got the transparent one with the black trim. These are not expensive pens. Well, this one is definitely not expensive. Steel nib. Beautiful engraving on the nib. Magnetic cap. I mean, very satisfying clip on that. It's got the special converter that shows the ink level, which is kind of gimmicky, but I like it. And that beautiful peniter clip. This one is basically the same pen, ultra resin in red. However, it does have a solid gold what they call the quill nib. So, and it's got a little bit more, it's got some flexibility to it. So this one's a little more expensive just from the sole aspect of it having the gold nib. But again, nice magnetic cap. All right. Next up, we've got something completely different in the Piniter lineup.
Ooh.
This one I do have the original box for. This is called the Queen Mary. So it's red, white, blue. It's got the portholes here to show the ink level
That's fun.
on both sides.
Is the Queen Mary the haunted ship, or is that a different one?
Don't
Or-
know.
Don't know.
This and this cap will write itself because it only basically lines up the correct way. So if I try to put it on, that way it will auto-correct.
That's kind of haunted.
So gold nib, and this is a piston. There's your piston knob. I guess you got 3 windows. One of them is covered up. So you can see the piston going up. But complete with box, papers,
That's fun.
and all that jazz. So Queen Mary. And then the next one I really like is a lovely color. This is the Grande, the Grand Beauty in Rocco. And it's this cool dark blue. It almost looks like velvet.
It does. It really looks a lot like crushed velvet.
It's really a sexy pen with this black trim and then this kind of skeletonized Piniter feather clip. It's really good looking. This one has, this is a steel nib on this one. Look at this beautiful, beautiful ink window here. And then it's also a piston filler. So it's really a great pen. Nice, easy to use piston. Nice color. And again, magnetic cap on the pen. So we've got those. So those are those. And then I got a couple here that are not on the website.
Oh, that's a big ass pen.
Yeah, so this is the Tempe Moderni, and it is faceted.
Modern time.
I guess so, yeah. Faceted, sort of like your Omos 360. Nib is, there we go. Nib wasn't in there tight enough. Sort of like an Omos 360. It's triangulated. Steel nib. This one is not expensive. And piston fill. Easy to use, easy to grab.
Funky shape.
Yeah. And magnetic cap again. Really, really pretty cool. It's got a couple little marks on there, but it's not bad. This one we do have the box for too, I believe. And last but not least, I like this one too. Nice color, very pleasing color palette. This is the Alchemist in what they call the Krakatoa green.
Kind of a matte, dark olive.
It almost feels like a Homo sapiens, like
Yes.
that lava material, but it's
Little
not.
bit. It's not bumpy or
No,
textured.
but it's matte. It's
But
definitely
it's-
matte.
Not glossy smooth.
Yeah. Yeah, and this has got
You need your monocle.
yeah, this is a steel nib, and this one is a cartridge converter.
I bet you I could get you a monocle.
I bet you could. But it's really good look. I like this olive green combination with the black. It looks great, and this pierced clip. It's really, really good looking. Really nice. So this one, these two here are not on the website. If you're interested in either of these two, shoot me an email at hello@cardinalpens.com and we can talk about them. All the other Piniters are on the website. Should you be interested?
Cool.
So that's what I got.
Okay.
I think that's it. Is that it? Did I hit every one of them?
All right. You had fun?
Leonardo.
Yeah, I think that's all.
Yeah, I got them all.
All right. So we are going to talk a little bit about online forums and asking for and giving advice, especially about pen repair or cleaning or things like that. And we're just going to go there. So we read a lot of the stuff that's on the forums, and yes, sometimes people ask the same question, but you have a lot of newbies in the industry, in the hobby. And so there are going to be people who ask the same question over and over. So, couple specific things. When you're asking for advice or suggestions, be as specific as possible when you are asking for help. I have a TWSBI Eco, or I have a Parker Vacuumatic, or whatever it is, not just I have a pen and it won't fill. So try to be as
And the knife is gone.
Great.
try to be as specific as possible. Also be specific about what the issue is. It's not just that, I have ink on my fingers. Well, is it from the cap? Is it leaking in the section? Kind of be as specific as possible. And also, don't be defensive. We've all made mistakes. We've all been there. We've all had to ask for help about, I don't know how to fill it. Certain pens, like we talked about earlier just today, are even like reverse threaded or unscrew in places you don't expect. So, just try to be as specific as you can with your requests. If somebody gives you advice on how to repair or clean or maintain your pen, take it with a grain of salt. And if what is being suggested seems aggressive in method or outside your comfort zone or your skill set, don't do it, or go slowly.
Yeah, I read a lot online.
Yeah.
I don't always post because I got other things to do. But
and sometimes you're a thread killer.
well, I am sometimes. But there's a lot of people who think they know what they're talking about, but they're giving pretty bad advice. But they promote it in a tone that's authoritative, and it's not good. So you really got to take what you read with a grain of salt.
Right. So trust but verify when somebody's suggesting something. And then when in doubt, don't do it, especially if it's an older pen or something that is not easily replaceable or a part is not easily replaceable, especially if it's a family heirloom. Just
vintage is particularly.
Be aware that you can't just get parts. TWSBIs are easier because you can email TWSBI and they will help you out. Vintage pens or things that are important, or higher end pens that are older, once you've gone down the wrong rabbit hole, you may not have options.
Well, and vintage pens don't come apart like modern pens do.
No.
They weren't designed to be taken apart.
Right.
They don't fill like modern pens. They don't come apart like modern pens. You can't pull a nib. And so, I had a case earlier this year that someone who had a family heirloom, a Vacuumatic, and he couldn't get the Vacuumatic filling unit out the back end of the pen. So he took a vice grips and he pulled the speedline filler out. Well, it doesn't come out that way.
Right.
And unfortunately, it is an oversized filling unit, so it was very expensive and very hard to find. So,
just be aware, and if it feels like it's beyond your skill set significantly, I'm all for expanding your, broadening your horizons and trying new things. But if it's going to do damage or you can't fix it, stop. Email somebody who can fix it for you without breaking it.
Yeah, if it's a vintage pen, vintage pens have been, in most cases, you're looking at a pen that's 60 to 80 years old. They've lived this long. They can live a few more days, weeks, even a month until you can get someone who can take care of it. I have one addition to your thing here.
Yep.
And this drives me bonkers.
Okay.
This drives me bonkers. And people post something and they'll post pictures of the pen that they're talking about. But if you're going to post pictures, you're going to post images, make sure to show the whole pen. I want to see the whole pen, especially identifications. Anybody seeing this pen? I want to see the whole pen, and you need to show the clip, and you need to show the nib.
And not blurry.
Not blurry, yeah. So, and it doesn't sound, for some people, they're like, well, why do I need the clip? The clip is, every manufacturer has, they made a different clip.
And
they're not all the
sometimes
same.
Very distinctive.
Very distinct, yeah.
Differences. Parker, for example, and I don't have specifics, Brian would, but Parker has changed its clip over time.
Yeah, multiple times.
Will help someone who knows be able to identify that it's from this decade or it's this era or it's pre whatever.
Yeah, you can tell a 51 vac from a 51, from a 61, from a 45.
Right.
And a 21. I mean, you can tell them all apart based on what the clip looks like. So even if the pen doesn't have a nib or the nib is broken or whatever, we need to see the clip. So show the clip, show the nib.
If there's an imprint.
If there's an imprint, show the imprint. I mean, because sometimes you get an imprint that doesn't tell you much. Well, I still want to see it.
Right.
Because a lot of times people won't see, something might be worn off and you don't know that there's supposed to be something else there. And there was one earlier this week, there was like the first letter and the last letter were worn off and then they came up with some they just made their own thing, but let's see the whole thing.
Right.
And then we can tell you what it is. So
the other thing is if you've got a crack, remember that you may or may not know that a crack in the lip of the cap is different than a crack in the body of the cap, or a crack in the blind cap may or may not impact how it works versus a crack in the barrel. So, or a section.
Yeah, well, you could go all day on what
you
to
could
look at,
but just be as specific as you can. Good pictures, more rather than less, is definitely helpful if you're legitimately looking for some info, suggestion, advice, whatever. And then this is going to sound, I don't know the word, but try doing a little Google image search before you go online and sometimes ask or assume that you know what it is. Make sure that, if you're saying it's an Esterbrook, it's actually an Esterbrook. And sometimes people go down certain rabbit holes discussing that, and then it's actually not. So just try to have an idea. If you don't, pictures are key. When you're responding to people, first and foremost, remember that your skill set may be very different than the person who's asking. So while something may be super simple for you, I personally am not all that great with tools and such, so it might be difficult for
You're
me.
good with
That's
the crowbar,
why
though.
I am really
You're really
good. I
good
have
with
my own crowbar from when we renovated our first house. But your skill set and your tools may be very different than the person who's asking for advice. So while it may seem like, oh, you just yank the nib and you do this, that may already set somebody off as like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do that. And so always preface things with things like, your mileage may vary, or if you're feeling brave, something like that, because it may not be that easy for somebody else.
Yeah, I would say there's less than a handful on most of these forums. There's less than a handful of actual experts that actually will contribute with some regularity, and everybody else is a hobbyist who's maybe done a few. So,
yeah, and gotten lucky, had some good skill.
and
Maybe you're
sometimes gotten
developing your
lucky, yeah.
skill. There are some talented non-pros out there, absolutely, but just be gentle with newbies.
Yeah, so we got some comments in the chat here. So Russell says,
be gentle with each other.
You've seen where there are two completely different answers to the same question. At that point, I do a deep dive for the correct answer. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
DRZ says the best choice is to set something aside and come back days, weeks, or months later. Don't work on a pen when you're frustrated or confused.
Abso-frickin-lutely.
And we talked about this on my stream just yesterday, 2 days ago. If there's any emotion whatsoever, I mean, even elation, if you're happy, don't repair pens. I mean, seriously. Well, I mean, if you're in a good mood, that's one thing, but you don't want to be overly confident and not pay attention,
right?
Because you're in such a great mood.
And
if you're depressed, you're sad, you're angry.
Never when you're angry.
Just set it down. Come back the next day. It can wait. They've waited 80, 100 years. We can wait another day.
And that's partly why when you send a pen off to somebody, pretty much anybody, when a good pen repair person gets to a point where they're tired, hangry, just not feeling great, frustrated with a pen repair, before even gotten into a fight with their spouse, they stop working on pens because it impacts your body, it impacts your motor skills, you carry it with you. I know there are certain things that Brian has taken, days and weeks to finish because it won't come apart, and forcing it is not going to improve
No,
the
you gotta,
situation.
and it could be a situation you can sit down and work on pens, and you might do 2 pens, you might do 20 pens. Well, you probably won't do 20 pens, but
You'll
you
feel it
just
the next
you
day.
just don't know what you're going to get into, and
Right.
and if a repair person has trouble with a pen before he gets to yours,
You want him to stop.
he might stop. I mean,
Right.
like I've done that on the stream. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm done. I get
Yeah.
frustrated with taking something apart, trying to get it to work. That gold medal that we had a couple weeks ago, finally got it apart. Finally got a sack in, and the stinking thing didn't work. And I'm like, I'm done. I'm not doing anything else. I'm not even doing an Esterbrook today.
When you want to throw it across
Yeah,
the
yeah,
room,
you're done.
like an Ethernet connector,
Oh my heavens!
it's time to stop. But sincerely, that is sometimes why things do take so long, is because pen repair is not like, scanning something at the grocery checkout. You can't just keep going. You have to stop.
DRZ says last night he got a pen apart that he'd been working on for 10 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
Attaboy. You just had to find the right way to do it.
Yeah.
And Gary says, research the pen before starting. Take photos as you go along. That's
Yep.
another good idea. Especially if you got something that's complicated or is not normal. I mean, if you're taking apart something you haven't taken apart before, it's a good idea.
Yes,
So,
absolutely. So, anything
all
else?
right. I don't know that I have anything else.
But yeah, just be gentle with newbies. You were a newbie once too, and just be kind to each other. Everybody's just trying to learn, and sometimes those forums are good places to pick up tips and tricks depending on what you're talking about.
When in doubt, email me.
Yeah. When in doubt, hello@Cardinal Pens and say, Brian, I've got this picture.
It happens more often than you think.
All the time.
Every day.
So,
all right.
Anything else?
I got nothing.
All right.
I got a 3-pen LAMY case that I got to deal with here. I got to put in my smoking jacket.
You want to go?
Maybe.
I don't know. Anyway.
We'll see.
Thanks for tuning in today. Please like, subscribe, and comment on our YouTube channel, and we will see you again next week.
Be sure to check us out on our social media platforms as Cardinal Pens. Instagram is Cardinal Pens, and paper, by the way. Just look for the birds, and we'll see you next week.
That's good.